Did you know that there's a nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting and growing the arts here in St. Lucie County? Find out more next on Inside St. Lucie. Hello, welcome to this edition of Inside St. Lucie, SLC TV's monthly government affairs show. I'm your host, Eric Gill, Communications Director for St. Lucie County. And on today's show, we're going to talk about the Arts and Cultural Alliance with my guest, St. Lucie County Commissioner Linda Bartz, and Executive Director of the Cultural Alliance, Aliana Ursh. Before we meet our guest, here's some upcoming events and announcements from the Board of County Commissioners. All 3 St. Lucie County public pools are open for the summer, weather permitting. To find out more about hours, prices, and swim lessons, visit stlucieco.gov/aquatics. St. Lucie County Commissioners are planning to approve the largest decrease in the millage rate in more than a decade. St. Lucie County's tentative and final budget hearings to set the millage rate and the budget for the fiscal year 2021 and 2022 will be held on Thursday, September 9th and Thursday, September 23rd at 6 p.m. in the County Commission Chambers, 2300 Virginia Avenue, Fort Pierce. For more details about the proposed budget, visit our website at stlucieco.gov/OMB. Now for the latest updates about all St. Lucie County Commission meetings, workshops, and events, visit our website at stlucieco.gov and click on our comprehensive calendar. And if you'd like to be added to our press release distribution list, send us an email at pio@stlucieco.org. We also hope you'll follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at stluciegov. We're going to take a quick break. Before we do, we're going to check in with the latest economic development stats with another St. Lucie Works. St. Lucie County's tourism numbers showed a huge improvement in May, with the bed tax revenue increasing by 120% compared to last year. These figures were also 49% higher than May of 2019, setting a historic collection record for the month. Overall building activity in unincorporated St. Lucie County remained steady in May, with 1,278 permits submitted compared to April's 1,409 permits. The housing market keeps climbing. According to the Florida Realtors Association, the median home sale price in St. Lucie County in May was $299,000, up 26% from last year, while condo values rose by 40%, with the median price at $236,450. St. Lucie's unemployment rate dropped slightly in May to 5.3% compared to April's 5.4%. Statewide, the unemployment rate was the same at 5%. The largest increases in the labor force on the Treasure Coast were in leisure and hospitalities with 5,200 new jobs, followed by professional services with 3,700 new jobs, and construction and trades with 1,600 new jobs. The governmental sector had the biggest decrease. If you work for a local business looking for skilled or trained labor, be sure to contact the staff at Career Sources. They can assist your company with its recruitment and training needs. And if you're an individual looking for a job, they can help you as well. Visit CareerSource online at careersourcerc.com or call 866-4U2-HIRE. Welcome back to Inside St. Lucie. I'm your host, Eric Gill, and I'm joined by County Commissioner Linda Bartz and
Hi, Eric.
Aliana with the Arts and Cultural Alliance. I won't try to butcher your last name.
It's Aliana Ursh.
Aliana Ursh?
Yes.
All right, I got it right.
Last name is easy.
Is it? Aliana's easy.
Just
right?
looks difficult, but it's not.
It
Just like me, I look difficult, but I'm not.
Well, thank you both for coming on the show today. I think we'll start with Aliana. This is your first time on the show. And
It is.
Fairly new to St. Lucie County.
I am.
About a year now?
A little over a year.
Okay.
Yes. Beautiful county.
Tell us
Welcome. Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your role as the director of the Arts and Cultural Alliance.
So St. Lucie Cultural Alliance has gone through some changes, but right now we are on such a fantastic path to unite our cultural community, to highlight some of the amazing things we're doing here in the county, and most importantly, to stop being the best kept secret. Because we do have immense talent. We have wonderful painters, and we have museums, and we have theaters, and we have performing centers, and individual independent artists that we don't know much about. And our job is to make sure that we do know about them, that we support them, that we encourage them to pursue their dreams and their goals, and to be there as their support system. So whatever our artists and our cultural organizations need, we want to be there to support them. And by culture, we mean more than arts and performing arts. So our eco centers, for instance, our botanical gardens, things like that really highlight how beautiful it is to live in this county, and that's what arts do. It's improving the quality of life.
Awesome. Now, Commissioner, this goes back a while before you were on the Board of County Commissioners, but at one point, the county had funded its own arts and cultural department. But even at the city level, when you were a city commissioner, the city was involved in funding art in public places and
Yes.
funding the arts.
They were.
It still are.
More so today than they were, and I think that overall it was a lack of funding. But we started working hard on the art in public places. Once we have a botanical garden, we were able to display. We had artists that were willing to put their artwork there. Just all of your electrical boxes throughout the city. They're all wrapped with different type art. Veterans Memorial Parkway pays tribute to every military service. There's other places that have our sandhill cranes and the things that are important, and those can be switched out, which makes it really, really nice. But yeah, that was a conscious decision to try to bring some of that back as the economy was starting to come back.
Absolutely. And for those that don't know, the Art in Public Places Ordinance, I think all 3 cities have them in place now, where when we build new Capitol buildings, a
Yes.
certain percentage of that, the developer funds, go to build up an account to do art in public places. So the sculptures that you see around the county and the cities as well. So.
And there's some amazing stuff coming on board.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were talking about that before we were shooting, like the Bean in Chicago. You know, it's Tradition's got a new one that they're in the
Yes.
works for. Right? I forget the artist's name, but
Can't help you with that.
well, we'll edit that part out. But speaking of wraps, not to brag, but even the city of Fort Pierce has done those wraps on utility boxes, and I have a photo on one of them. So
Congratulations.
I think that's great. I think, and I may be mistaken, I think that the city's first one was the painted box in front of the school on the beach. And the kids actually developed that and painted it. So that was the catalyst to see more artwork. And again, a lot of that is themed with the different
Neighborhoods,
areas.
yeah.
The Peacock, what I call Peacock Run,
Yeah.
those are
pad.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. So I think and those seem to hold up really, really well. So you're not driving around in 6 months going, oh,
was that?
faded, they look bad. So I think that everybody has really worked hard to step up to the
Yeah.
plate.
Well, you mentioned youth. Aliana, I know that's something recently I've seen coming out from the Cultural Alliance is Youth at Heart, or did I get that right?
Yep, Young Hearts to Arts.
Young Hearts to Arts. I knew it had
Exactly.
young in it and heart in it.
So the idea behind that is we encourage our students of all ages, elementary, middle school, high school, and college age young adults, to submit their artwork online. We always have a theme. This year it's compassion and love and support. So they submit their piece online, then the community gets to vote. We then put it on yard signs, put those yard signs throughout botanical gardens and our eco center, Oxbow. And then they vote online, we announce the winners, and I'm hoping that this year we can have our commissioners involved as well in announcing who the winners are and make that an ongoing event. We did it last year, it was very successful, so it's going to be one of our signature events coming up.
Awesome.
I think it's so great that we are starting to focus on the kids. We always see a wonderful display at the fair, but that's a one-time and done.
Yeah.
So this would encompass a much larger area, and we could work on displaying that artwork further on into the year.
Yeah. And I love the incorporation of the Oxbow and the nature as well. I have a friend that's an artist in North Carolina, and they do a big thing where artists donate a piece every year at a certain time frame, and then they hide those pieces of artwork on hiking trails. And people then can go out and scavenger hunt to find the art, and then they have a meet and greet with the artist afterward, at a local winery or brewery to get signatures. And So that'd be really cool.
Love it.
Can't do it in the
learn-
summer here because we'd all melt. But
We
you know.
learn something new every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, just an idea. And then, but you also are incorporating art into transportation now. We recently
Yes.
renamed our transit system to the Area Regional Transit System, ART.
Which, right. And I think that that's going to be a great change. And we're going to be able to display some of our art on there. And once again, you know, they put those, people can do their artwork, it can be put on wraps, and then it can be attached to the buses, and it can be changed out. So I'm excited about that.
Very much so. And we're also working with art to make sure that our galleries and our artists are also identified in the map. So this way we also encourage people to take public transportation. So it's going to be really a partnership. And then if I could throw another idea that we're working on right now. When I first got here, Linda was talking to me about the recycling and how important it is to our community. So we're launching a mini project, a pilot project this year with 5 schools, CAST being one of them and leading one, where we're going to get kids to build their own recyclable cans and collect their own recyclable materials. Then we're going to have Oxbow and Medney Education Center go and talk to the kids about conservation. We're going to have some speakers there as well, and then they're going to create a big piece towards the end of it. The idea is, not necessarily this year, but soon, we'll have a huge mural that also is made of recyclable items and paintings with kids and adults participating in that as well.
Awesome.
And then eventually we'll get to statues that we're going to exhibit
Well,
throughout the county.
Eric, I don't know if you've been in my office, but I have a woman in there who is made out of cans. She is, as far as I'm concerned, she's amazing. The artwork is a little different. I will say that we have such a variety of art here that we can focus in so many different ways because art's in the eye of the beholder. And some of the things I love about art is it works with your mood. There is art that makes me happy when I see it. There is artwork that excites me when I see it. And then there's artwork that you can just reflect on. So I think that, you know, different artists, but everyone has their specialty, their thing that grabs at different parts of the public.
Yeah, connects to different people. and different-
Absolutely,
Cool.
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, the Cultural Alliance did their big event recently, a mindfulness event,
Yes.
right? And that's going to be an annual event?
It is. It's Treasure Coast Arts and Mindfulness Fest. And the idea was, again, to bring the arts and the Zen, especially what we're coming out of. It was so important to get that calmness and peace to us. And that's what this festival was all about. And when we talk to artists and mindfulness professionals, we've heard how they're separate, you know, there are tons of arts festivals, and they're wonderful, and there are many mindfulness and wellness festivals, and that's fantastic. But not many or any that we know of that does both. So that was such an exciting concept, and everybody who's attended loved it. The vendors were beyond thrilled. So we're working very closely with our wonderful partners at Mid-Florida Event Center, who've been absolutely amazing on so many different levels, to build this and make this our huge signature event that ideally, eventually, will bring an international crowd.
Yeah. You mentioned the pandemic, and we're still hopefully coming out of it, although the numbers aren't going the right way. As we move forward, your role as an organization, is that to help facilitate artists too? Because I know you're doing a workshop on how to get grants, and there is some federal money, the Save Our Stages money available.
Yep, absolutely.
Are you all helping to coordinate that effort?
Yep. Our next professional development class is actually taking place on August the 3rd, and we're doing Introduction to Public Arts. So we want to make sure that our artists know how to apply, what's an RFQ versus RFP, you know, what the appropriate steps are, and throughout the year, we talk to our cultural community to find out what their needs are, and then build professional development classes accordingly.
Awesome. So what is the membership cost to folks?
It's extremely reasonable. So for artists, it starts off at $85, or $65, I apologize, and that enables them to be listed on our website, so they all have their own page, take advantage of all the exhibitions that we're putting in place, and we're still working on developing more gallery spaces throughout the county, so we're being a little creative right now by using places that we could exhibit art and that would draw people's attention and hopefully sell art. We recently partnered up with 500 Orange Avenue, which is the old post office. Beautiful venue, and the artists are beyond thrilled about hanging their art there. So
You've also done, I didn't mean to interrupt, you also done out the airport, the Church Coast Regional
Exactly.
Airport.
Yes.
And I know some artists or some employees that bought some artwork the opening night there.
That's fantastic. So far, knock on wood, we were able to sell at least one piece at every single opening that we had.
Awesome.
So we're really building upon that. But our benefits are also designed specifically to address the needs of our cultural community. So when I first got here a year ago, when we was in the middle of lockdown, we either Zoomed or talked to most of the artists that we knew to find out, what do you need? Tell us, we're here to serve you, not the other way around. And there were 4 major subjects that came up. Funding, of course, was the first. Places to exhibit and perform, marketing, and professional development. So that's what we've been focusing on for the last year. And our membership grew from, I think it was a handful of artists to over 150.
Wow.
Yeah. And so far, now it's the word of mouth. First we really had to reach out to every single artist, and now they're coming to us, and it feels good.
And you don't have to be in St. Lucie County to be a member of, because the Church Coast region, it bleeds over. People don't see, county lines, but, we drive to Vero or Martin County all
Absolutely.
the time. So.
Yep. And that's actually what we're doing with Martin County right now. This is our first magazine. We have Martin County on one side and then St. Lucie on the other side. And the idea is, like you said, there are no boundaries. So we want to make sure that people come to see the art in both of our counties and on Treasure Coast. But more important, I think it's also critical for us to bring arts here as well as to showcase our artist community. We want to grow, we want to prosper, we want to work with everybody to make this the most amazing cultural place to live.
And Commissioner, from an art standpoint, I mean, that ties into tourism. Tourism numbers recently, I don't know if you saw the May numbers, but I think it's like the highest record May we've had on year, going back even pre-pandemic. So obviously, there's a pent-up demand of people ready to get out and travel, but
Absolutely.
Having those additional amenities here in St. Lucie County won't hurt.
Oh no, they will draw. I mean, as it is, we have the Beanie Bacchus and the Highwaymen. People come here to
And the
see
Zora
that.
Trail, yeah.
And the Zora Trail. So people come for that history and the cultural piece of that. So it really hits, and it is just another part, even in a staycation. But, they map out their routes. And those are some of the things that they want to make sure that they're at. Of course, the beach is a big one, but you can't.
You can't get sunburned all day after the first
hopefully
day.
not. Hopefully not.
Yeah, although Aliana looks like she's been out in the sun a little bit lately.
But you know what? The sun does come down.
That's true. Elliot, tell us a little bit about your background. You said you've been here a year. You've worked in the arts before,
My entire
I
life.
assume.
Yes. I was born in the arts. My mother was an actress, so I think that kind of got me started from very early ages. I started my career with launching a theater company in Washington, D.C., in Arlington, Virginia. I was there for 10 years. The theater is still doing beautifully. It is based on the Russian tradition. And after 10 years, I was starting to look at what else can I explore. So I went to New Orleans, and I was the executive director of New Orleans Opera Association. So I got to meet Placido Domingo. That was fun. And then after that, I came to South Florida. So I started Arts Garage in Delray Beach, which is a really funky little performing space that I think is its own personality and pulse. And then went to Pompano Beach, where we revamped the Pompano Beach Amphitheater, which is a 3,000-seat amphitheater, started a new cultural center, opened a
I've
cultural
seen some
center.
shows at Pompano.
Yep. And then here.
Nice.
I went to Maryland for a couple of years, but we don't remember that yet. We should never have left Florida.
Although New Orleans, I imagine, is an interesting town for the arts compared to
Very
South Florida.
interesting. Well, it's different.
Sure.
Yeah. New Orleans has got its own pulse. I think it's a beautiful place to visit, and I'll leave it at that. But South Florida is growing, and
Yeah.
that's the cool thing. We're getting some creative ideas that don't necessarily would blossom in New Orleans or other areas. That's uniquely ours, and that's what I think we need to build on.
Do you think Florida's a bit of more of a melting pot than New Orleans? I mean, I would think South Florida, more international travel, and we're in that gap right between Central and South Florida, so we get a little bit of both worlds,
Exactly.
Yeah. Commissioner, what kind of art would you be, if you were an artist, what kind of artist would you be?
Oh, that's tough. I have a brother who was an artist.
Yeah.
So I grew up with a modern pop art background, which I dearly love to this day. So a lot of artwork over the years. We used to tell him, please don't paint people or hands. Was not his specialty.
No, right.
But he had the opportunity to show at the Javits Center years ago. But he would be my favorite artist, regardless of what I see out there. And many times I go, I really like that. I really like that artist. But it always comes back to my brother. And the fact that early on, my mother came from North Africa, from Morocco. And she was the one who introduced us to art. My father was in the military, always gone aboard ship, but she taught us the love of music, the love of going to a musical, the love of painted art, the love of museums. So I give her so much credit for that because we were moving every couple of years. So for her to be able to do that with 5 brats, and I will tell you, we were brats, I give her so much credit for what she brought to us that we didn't even realize that we were soaking up at the time.
That's awesome. So, Eliana, if people want to find out more about the Arts and Culture Alliance, you guys have a website?
We do. So it's artstlucy.org, singular art. And if they want to email us, info@artstlucy.org. All my information is on the website, including my cell number. So I would love to hear from our audiences, our patrons, our citizens, our residents, anybody and everybody. We are like a sponge. We are looking for ideas to sponge them in. I think we are stronger in numbers. So I encourage everybody to just reach out to us and see how we can grow our cultural economy together.
And you guys are also on social media too. I've seen you guys
Absolutely.
posting on Instagram and Facebook and everything too. So we can find information there, a lot of events. And I know you guys have partnered with downtown Fort Pierce. There's art walks, and even I'm seeing more and more businesses downtown hanging local artists. There's a new ice cream shop downtown that's got artwork up, and Sailfish has had local artists up for a long time. Not that I go there all the time, but.
And real estate.
Again, though, that's the tourist draw, because I can go all around downtown and just sightsee, but still be introduced to the art everywhere, and including Anita Prentice's benches.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when I get tired of walking, I can sit down on her bench and appreciate what she has done.
I remember when she started that project.
Yes.
Like 10 years ago, probably.
No, I think it's been much more than that.
I've been here 18. It all blends together. But it was in
I
the old
get it.
Civic Center. You're right. It was 2004. It would have been because the Civic Center was still there, and she had all the concrete in there and busted up the glass. and-
amazing.
yeah.
So once again,
and they've still held up. You talk about fading.
Oh,
The ones
yes.
at the jetty. I mean, they haven't faded at all.
well, and we have them at bus stops.
Yeah.
And so you're right. That stuff does not fade. And once again, it talks about how far ranged our artists are.
Yeah.
So they use all mediums,
Yep.
and it's wonderful.
It is. And we encourage our residents to buy local art, because we can always go to one of those big stores and buy reproductions, but how does that reflect your personality? Like you said, beauty is an art of the beholder, and eye of the beholder. So find something that speaks to you, and that's part of the reason we're partnering up also with the real estate agencies and companies to make sure that when people are buying a home, they can see what's available and to help our artists sell their artwork. Because if they don't sell their artwork, we're not going to have many artists
See,
left.
that's a good ploy for realtors. When you sell a home, take a little piece of that commission and give the client a housewarming gift of a local artist,
Yep.
a sculpture or a painting, and look at that.
Great idea.
Decorate your model homes with that. But no matter what, just encourage people to buy local art and support local community.
Absolutely. Is there anything else we didn't get to mention before we wrap up the show, other than get out and enjoy some of the, and now, concerts are happening again at the Sunrise, and plays at the Pineapple Theater. The kids are doing Footloose this weekend. My son's running lights on it. So.
Excellent.
Hopefully this will expand even more as we do the proposed entertainment center. There will be so much available out there. So once again, Eliana, I want to thank you, number one, welcome you to the county, but to thank you for taking on this project and bringing us and arts and the culture to the forefront
Thank you so
in
much.
our county.
Yeah.
It's time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed.
Well, thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Don't go anywhere. We take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up the show. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of Inside St. Lucie, and I hope you'll tune in again next month. If you have topics or subjects you'd like to see covered here on the program relating to St. Lucie County government, give us a call at 772-462-1791 or send us an email at pio@stlucieco.org. If you'd like to see a previously aired episode of this or other SLC TV programs, visit our YouTube channel at youtube.com/stluciegov. For myself and the staff, I'm Eric Gill. Thanks for watching.